And inside Lightning application, we are using a Lightning component. Okay, so here component or a component, these are attributes. Like for our Apex page, how we are writing controller equal to. Similarly, here we are writing controller equal to. Controller equal to, and then this is the component. This one, first let me open the component. Here, let me open the controller. Okay. The component what I am doing are a component. This is the controller. Implements, these are the interfaces. So whenever you are creating a new Lightning component, you will have these checkboxes, right? So if you check the checkbox, then what will happen? You can use this Lightning component inside a Lightning tab. If you check this checkbox, you can use this inside a Lightning page. If you check this checkbox, you can use this in a Lightning record page. Okay. If you want to use this inside a quick action, then you will check this checkbox. Based on whatever checkboxes you checked, the respective interfaces will be implemented. Implements equal to force.app hostable means inside app we can use flexi page, inside page we can use like that. Like that, all these things will come based on what are the different checkboxes you checked. If you have not checked any one of the checkbox, then entirely this will not be present. Okay, so that is how this second line came. Next one, access. You want to access this particular Lightning component across. So that's why I have given global. Otherwise, you need to mention global also. Next, aura handler name init. So if you go to the controller, do init. Okay. So this is the handler name init. In that value this. Okay. Action c dot do init. So like how in a Visualforce page, when we write whatever is the method, we are writing it in the action, right? See, similarly here, we are writing do init. So it will come into this one. So this is the JavaScript code. So inside do init, so we are mentioning that this is a function and I am going to pass the component, I am going to pass the event, I am going to pass the helper. Okay. And then where. So for integer, we will use integer. For string, we will use string, right? Similarly, in JavaScript, if we use var, it means variable. It can hold any value. Okay, var, it's nothing but variable. Action equal to component dot get c dot get contacts. Get contacts is a function which will give you all the contacts. So I'm using this one to get all the contacts. Okay. If I go into the helper, Inside helper, I'm not mentioning anything. So directly by using get contacts, you can get all the contacts. Action dot set callback. This, what is this here? They are passing the value. Okay, from here. This comma function response. Okay. Component dot set v dot where means this variable action comma response dot get return value, and after that in the enqueue action we are putting action inside this. So basically this is a JavaScript code to understand in depth about this one, what we have to do. Okay, so I suggest all of you to go to W3 Schools. This is a website where you can learn all the front end. So first go to HTML. This will be very easy. You complete HTML introduction, editors, basic elements, attributes, headings, paragraphs, styles. It's self-explanatory, very easy. So you complete all these things in HTML. HTML forms not needed. Till here you need to learn. Once you are done with the HTML, you need to complete the CSS as well. Once you're done with these two things, you complete the basics of JavaScript. Okay, not the complex ones. The basics you need to complete. Once you are done with these things, then you will get a clear picture of what we are currently discussing. These kind of JavaScript functions and all. So basically, in a Visual Force and Apex combination, directly from the Visual Force page, we are connecting to the Apex class. But here in the Lightning component scenario, first we are connecting the component to a JavaScript, and from the JavaScript, if you want, you can call the Apex class. Okay. So here, what I am using. So till this point, you are clear, right? After that, what is OL? OL is ordered list. Okay. UL means unordered list. Ordered list will come with numbers. Unordered list will come without numbers. Aura iteration, like our for loop only, it will iterate. Okay. Items v dot record, rec means record. Okay. Where this can be any variable. Okay, this is the loop variable, like account A we are giving, right? And in the first iteration, A will contain first account, second iteration, second account, third iteration, third account. Like that, here CUR, whatever you want, you can give. So that is the loop variable. CURR dot name, CURR dot phone, CURR dot email. In the first iteration, this will give these details. In the second iteration, second values. Third iteration, third values. Like that, it will come. So LI, what is the meaning of LI? Is list item. How can I know all these things? These are all present in the HTML. Okay. So once if you complete the HTML, then you will clearly understand what is a list or ordered list, unordered list. Okay. See in HTML, unordered list UL. Inside that list item, list item, list item. Ordered list. Okay, let me click on the ordered list. is giving me in this way. Instead of OL, if I keep UL and if I run this, it is coming as unordered list without numbering. So these things you need to practice in your W3 schools website so that you will be able to understand the lightning components. Okay. Okay, now tell me how many of you have some basic idea about the HTML, CSS, and JavaScript? Ping me in the chat window if you have the knowledge of HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Okay. What about others? Do you have idea about HTML, CSS, and JavaScript or not? Okay. You do one thing. All of you, please open this W3 Schools website. In this, go to HTML. Okay. In that note, in your notes, write down your first point. HTML is a standard markup language for web pages. With HTML, you can create your own website. Write these two lines. Okay, once done with this, note down the introduction. What is HTML? Write down these points. Okay, HTML we can use to create our own website. Okay, like for example, um, open Notepad, open Notepad in your system. You copy this and paste it in your Notepad. Okay, done. You copy this. You also open this website, and from there you copy this information and paste it in your Notepad. Okay, every HTML page. First, initially, I am telling that this is of doc type HTML. Okay, and then HTML starting, HTML ending. Inside that HTML, two parts will be there. One is the head, and another one is the body. Head is starting here, ending here. Body is starting here, ending here. Okay. So here, what I am trying to do inside head, whatever the URL, all those information that we will put inside the head. Inside the body, we will write the actual content of the website. Fine. So now if I click here, okay, see now actual content, okay, my first heading. If I change this, my first two heading, see it is coming, right? Similarly, whatever you give here, that will come here as output. So this is how the W3 schools has given us, but you no need to follow this one. You just open Notepad in your computer and copy paste this information. After that, generally what we will do, we will do save, right? So instead of saving it, you do save as. After doing save as, give some name, and below that file types will be there, right? Type of file. There you select all files, and then beside the name of your file, if for example, if you have given the name as sample.txt, initially, if you save the notepad information in the form of text, it will come as .txt, but save it directly in the form of sample.html. If you do that, it will be saved as a web page. Will be saved as a web page, and a new shortcut will be created on your desktop. Just if you double click that, it will open. Okay, just try this activity. Guys, are you able to save this one in the form of HTML in your desktop? Again, I will repeat the steps. You copy this from here to here and till the end. Okay, you copy the entire thing and paste it inside a notepad. Okay, after that, do control. If you just do control S, it will be saved, right? But I want save as. So go to file options, save as, and while saving, save it as .html. Then this will be saved in the form of HTML file. Okay, then that will act as a website. This will act as a website. You double click it, it will open in the Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox or Edge browser, whichever is your default browser. Okay, will open in that way. After that, what you need to do is you need to go to the HTML basics. Okay, and then HTML elements. Okay, so you start with HTML elements and then you try to understand these different elements, nested elements, all these things you need to understand. Very simple. You practice this, you complete all these things. If you are stuck anywhere, let me know, I will help you. Today in the class itself, you complete the HTML. After the class, you complete CSS. Okay, and at least tomorrow you should be able to ready, so that I will explain the JavaScript basics. Okay, so that tomorrow you can complete the JavaScript, so that you will understand the Lightning or LWC easily. Okay, complete it quickly. Yeah.